Hi everybody. Let's move on to class 12 CBSE chapter 5 file handling in Python part 2. The subtopics dealt in this video are file functions in Python and pickle module. Let us see some of the functions used along with files in Python. Open of, file of. The brackets are pronounced as of. Read of, read line of, read lines of, write of, write lines of, flush of, strip of, L strip of, R strip of, load of, dump of, and close of. Let us see one by one in detail. The open function in Python creates a file object which will serve as an handle to the file residing in the computer. The first parameter for the open function is the path to the file that we would like to open. Suppose if we give the file name alone, Python searches for the file in the current folder in which we are working. The second parameter of the open function tells the mode in which the file is to be opened. We usually open the file in read mode or write mode or append mode. If no mode is specified by the user, Python will open in read mode by default. See this example, fh equal to open of student.txt, comma a. It means that the file student.txt is opened in append mode. In the second line, rh equal to open of school.txt. Here no mode is specified. So this file is opened in read mode. The file of function in Python is very much similar to the open function. Let's move on to the read functions. This read of function will read at most n bytes. If the n is not specified, it reads the entire file. See the example, fh equal to open of student.txt, r fh.read of 30. So this will read the first 30 bytes in that file. The next is read line of function. Read line of will read one line of input. Suppose if n is specified, it reads that number of bytes. And it returns the content of the file in the form of a string. See this example. fh equal to open of student.txt, r fh.read line of. So this will read one line and it will return the content in the form of a string. Next, read lines of. This will read all the lines of a file and returns the content in the form of a list. See this example. fh equal to open of student.txt, r fh.read lines of. This will read all the lines in this file and returns them in the form of a list. Next, we move on to the write functions. The write function writes the string str1, that is a given string, to the file that is referred by the file handle. We shall go to the example. In this example, fh equal to open of student.txt, w. The file is opened in write mode. And the next line fh.write of welcome. So the string welcome will be written into the file. Write lines of function will write all the strings in the list given as lines to the file referred by the file handle. See the example. fh equal to open of student.txt, w. That is the file is opened in write mode. And fh.writelines of L. So this L is a list which is already defined. So the contents will be written into that file. Next is the flush function. Usually, Python will write the data given by the user to the respective file after storing the content in the buffer for some time. Suppose if we want the content to be immediately written into the file, we can use this flush function. In this example, fh equal to open of student.txt, w, fh.write God is great, fh.flush. So the sentence God is great will be immediately written into the file. The read functions in Python, that is read off, read lines off, will always read all the leading and trailing white spaces, tab characters and the new line characters. In some situations, we may want to avoid the reading of these characters. So in those situations, we can use the strip functions. The three forms of strip functions are strip of, L strip of, R strip of. The strip of function will remove the given character from both the ends of a line. See this example, fh equal to open of student.txt, r, line equal to fh dot read line of, line equal to line dot strip of backslash n. So backslash n is the new line character, you all know. This will remove the new line character from both the ends of the line. Next is R strip. This will remove the given character from the right end of a line. See the example. The last line, line equal to line dot R strip of backslash n. So this will remove the new line character from the right end of the line. Next, L strip. This will remove the given character from the left end of a line. Seeing this example, we can easily understand that this coding will remove the leading white spaces from the left end of the line. Let's move on to the standard input, output and error streams. So which is the standard input device? It's keyboard. The standard output device, monitor. And all the errors are also displayed on the monitor. So monitor is termed as the standard error device. And we can use the sys module to access the standard input-output streams. sys.stdin.readout. So this will read the input from the keyboard. It is always opened in read mode. sys.stdout.writeoff. This will print the output in the monitor and it is always opened in the write mode. Let us see a sample coding where we are going to print the content of a file without using the print statement. Import sys fh equal to open of e colon poem.txt r, line 1 equal to fh dot read line of, the content of the file is read here. And see the next line, sys.stdout.write of line 1. So the content will be written on the monitor. See, we are not using print statement here. And the next line, sys.stderr.write, no errors occurred. So some string has been written in the monitor. Next, we move on to the process of pickling. What is pickling? Pickling is the process of converting the content of a Python object, that is list, tuple or dictionary, into a byte stream. So this content can be stored in a file. This process is called pickling. Unpickling is the reverse process. I hope you can easily understand this. There are two functions used along with pickling. One is the dump function. This will write the content of an object to a file. The object may be a list or a tuple or a dictionary. See the example, import pickle. File 1 equal to open of student.log, wb, that is write mode in a binary file. So to indicate that this is a binary file, we are writing wb. Then pickle.dump list1, file 1. And the content list 1 is already defined and the content of this list is written in the file object. Next is the load function. This will read the content from a file into a Python object. See this example, import pickle, file 1 equal to open of student.log, rb. Here read mode with a binary file. S1 equal to pickle.load of file 1. So the content of file 1 is read into the object called S1. So the next is the close function. Whenever we open a function for manipulation, we need to close it. The syntax is very simple. The file handle dot close off. So with this example, file1 dot close off. I hope you have understood the contents. Thank you for watching, viewers.